Glad you came to Connect Emily today. Didn't do taking it to the streets this week because my little 6-year-old son is sick. And so, hey, as every entrepreneur and every mother out there knows, we have to shift things around. I still wanted to bring something to you though, because this channel is not just about taking it to the streets and the realities of sex trafficking. It's also the other side. How do we overcome after coming out of such trauma? How do we sustain ourselves moving forward? 2 words for you: goal setting. Goal setting. It is the only way to keep you motivated and going when times get tough. Because I'm going to tell you, times will still get tough. There are still going to be the winters. There will still be the storms. There are still going to be the heartbreaks. There's still going to be the financial struggles. There's still going to be loss. There's still going to be life, because lifes. And how do we keep moving forward when it does? Especially when we're just coming out. Goal setting. Why? Why is that? Because it puts in your mind a goal, something that you want so bad. The future that you want so bad. The life that you want so bad. You've set that goal. The bar is up here. So those days when it's like, I don't know how I'm going to do it. Oh my gosh. It's just too much. Your mind remembers where you're going. And you keep going until you get there. Here's the thing with goal setting. There's our goal, right? Our big vision. But then to get there, you have to have all the steps and the goals to get to that, right? So you have to plan big. Dream big. What is it that you really want? Not what you think you can get, not what you think you must do. What is it that you dream about? What does your heart say? Oh, if I could have that, that's your goal. If I could do that, that would be big. I couldn't. No, that's your goal. Right? My goal's pretty big. Billions big. Because I always say, you have to aim for the moon. Because even if you miss, you'll be amongst the stars. Dream big. Think of not what it is that I need right now, tomorrow. What is it that I dream of having 5 years from now? 10 years. I know it's hard to think sometimes that far in advance. So start with, in this first year, what are my goals? In the next 3 years, what are my goals? 5 years, what is my goal? Write it down. You could think all day like, okay, I'll set some goals. If it's in here, I'm sorry, it means, I don't want to say it means nothing, but it's probably not going to go anywhere. You have to write it down. You have to have it in front of your eyes. That's why vision boards are so crucial. Put one on your phone. Put one in your room. The phone one's easy. You could go to Canva, quickly do the phone layout, put pictures and stuff. So every day you turn on that phone, you are seeing what you set. So again, those days that you're like, oh gosh, I just don't know how I can do it. Remind yourself why you're doing it. Eventually those pictures and those words are going to be in our subconscious. So even when we don't up here logically is like not, our subconscious is going to jump on board and it's going to start driving us in the background towards that goal. Because 90% of what we do is subconsciously. I want you to think about that. So you got to get your subconscious on board. If you do a vision board, I still have mine. I have mine that I did in the beginning of everything, right? And it has the new frontier of living dreams, to win your paradise, connect the dots to win your paradise, business, acquire the skills you need to succeed, knowledge is power. Just when the caterpillar thought the world was over, she became a butterfly, right? I have pictures on there of the home I'm going to live, the queen I am, businesses, beautiful questions. It's all there. And so my subconscious over time has jumped on board. It knows where we're going to. We're in sync. And so those days, because there are days for me, I'm like, oh, things are overwhelming. I don't feel good enough. I don't know how I'm going to get there. But what keeps me going is because I know where I am going. And I know when I'm going to get there. Not what you think you can get. Not what you think you should do. What do you dream of having? What is your dream life? Break it down. Because once you have that goal set, you'll know all the steps that you have to do to get there. Start building it. Build it and he will come. For those of you who watch Field of Dreams. Set it. Start building it. That's what's going to give you all the goals, the sub goals to get there. Okay? Some of those sub goals, like you're not going to go from here today and in an empire tomorrow, right? There are steps along the way to get there. But you can create those steps and you'll know what steps to take if you set the goal high, right? If you just do what you think you need to do, yeah, you'll achieve it, maybe, but it's not going to be sustainable because it's not really what you want. However, if you have the goal that you know where you're going set, and there are some sub goals in there that, you know what, in order to get there, I'm going to have to do this that I really don't want to do, but I know it will only be temporary, right? To get there. That might be working at a job that you did not want to work at, but you know it's only temporary until you get there. Maybe you're using that as saving for investments until you get there, right? But instead of setting a goal of, I just needed to go to work, and then you're working at that place that you don't like, but there's no solution to get out of it. It's what pays the bills, and that's what you're doing. It's a cycle you're never going to get out of. But if you know, like, oh, I can't sit, but this isn't permanent for me because that's where I'm going. Make all the difference. Goal setting. Set goals to reach your dreams. Goals are dreams in action. Or dreams in action are setting goals. Yes, dreams in action are setting goals. It's so simple and it's so difficult to do in the same, because until I started getting into the life that I live now, before I became a life coach, before I have done what I have done, I never thought of setting such goals. So busy trying to think of what is it that I can do. I don't know. But once I set goals and started working them, my skill set, my value in the community has risen exponentially. It is I've created a whole new person, a whole new life just from setting goals. And it's what gets me through the days that I feel like I just don't know what I'm going to do. I figure it out because I know where I'm going. So if you want to overcome and you want to sustain the life of your dreams, figure out what your dream is and then set goals to achieve it. And I promise you, I promise, it will get you through the days of darkness because you will see the light on the other end. Glad you came to connect to Emily today. I hope what I have spoken about is worth something to you or is giving you some new insight. If so, please comment below, subscribe. Glad you came to connect to Emily today.